Hi, we're going to look at subtracting integers. If you haven't gone over adding integers yet, I highly recommend you pause this video and go back to the adding integers. The reason why is subtracting integers you actually end up adding after you do a few changes. And if you're not sure or don't remember how to add integers, today's lesson will seem even harder. So pause this video, go back, look at the adding integers video just to remind yourself how to add integers. It will make this so much smoother. So once you're ready, let's go ahead and look at the rules. There's a rule called the KFC, and what that stands for is that it's telling you the rules for subtracting integers. The K stands for keep the first number as it is. You do nothing to the first number at all. The F stands for flip. Flip the subtraction sign to an addition symbol. So change the minus to a plus. And the C stands for change the sign of the second number. So we do nothing to the first, we flip the subtraction sign to a plus sign, and we change the sign of the second number. If the second number is positive, we make it negative, and if the second number is negative, we make it positive. So let's look at what that looks like. When you subtract, you actually end up adding the opposite. So just like we said before, you keep the first number alone. So you can see the -5 stays -5. Nothing happens to it. In red, that's the F, the flip. We flip the sign from a minus to a plus. The green stands for the C. Change the sign of the second number. In our original problem, it's a +4, and we make it a -4. So you have changed -5 minus a +4 into -5 plus a -4. From there, you use the rules of adding. If your signs are the same, add the numbers and keep the same sign. If your signs are different, subtract the numbers and take the sign of the larger absolute value. Let's try a few. So in this first one, I'm going to rewrite the problem. I'm going to leave the first the same, -8. I'm changing the minus to a plus, and I'm going to switch the sign of the second number. So as I did that, the -8 stayed -8. The minus turned to a plus. The +6 changed to a -6. So now I have -8 plus a -6. My signs are the same. I add the numbers and I keep the sign. So your answer here is a -14. Let's try the second one. -1 stays -1. Minus goes to a plus, and your sign of your second number switches from a -4 to a +4. My signs are different, so I subtract, and I take the sign of the bigger number, which would be a +3. 7 stays the same. Change it to a plus. Switch the sign of the second number. 7 plus 6 is 13. Keep the 6 the same. Change the minus to a plus. Change the sign of the second number. 6 plus 4 is 10. And the last one, keep the sign the same. Change the minus to a plus. Switch the sign of the second number. And we end up with 6. So as you can see, subtracting integers is the same as adding integers once you follow the KFC.